them. Two hearts intertwined, no matter the weather. True love got power when we choose stay together. Grabbing the keys, but my soul scream wait. You they coming on me chaos, the reason mistake. Memories flooding, dancing in the red. Late nights laughing, the resin of the bed. Your beauty, your fire, the way we align. Real love like this.
When I walk away this time, stay together.
Soul tied forever.
Hold tight forever. Kundalini of love. I'll bet you any amount of money. When I come back to you, I love no doubt about it.
Lights are come on in there.
Kundalini of love.
Coming on, coming on.
Kundalini of love.
Coming on. Lights are come on in there.
Kundalini of love.
Though this time I break under in the air. Love with firm foundation. Never gonna fall. No.
Stay together.
Memories.
Memories bind us. Kundalini of love. Kundalini of love. I'll bet you any amount of money. Come back to you. I know no doubt about it.
Lights are come on in there.
Kundalini of love.
Kundalini of love.
Kundalini of love.
Coming on. Lights are come on.
Namaste and Lakech, my family, and welcome to TeamLight interviews. I'm here with my brother, Mr. the one and only Arcturus Raw. What up, bro?
In the building.
How are you
To
guys?
save this entire planet.
Yes, you know, that's what we do on the regular.
One planet at a time.
One planet at a time. We are here on Terra, and or known as Gaia, and we are taking back our planet from the Empire.
Movie tips.
Movie tips.
Hail Mary, a must for Starseeds.
You got to go see
Like
Hail
he
Mary.
told me to go, and I didn't even watch the trailer. And then when I watched it, man, the human race, yeah, it's past disclosure. Seriously, like
Yeah, Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary.
You know. Are we going to have fun today or what? Are you guys
Oh,
having
yeah.
fun? Can you guys hear us okay? Listen, we're sharing a mic. I want to kick back. Can you guys hear us okay? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear us.
Where everybody at?
Where everybody at? Hey guys. All right. So this video was titled 5D Inbound, and we wanted to explain some of the energies. I will go, then my brother will rip. We'll go back and forth with some of the different energies you guys may be experiencing and how important it is right now to stay positive. So first and foremost, I was talking to Tone. He's in the comments right now, and you know, I'm glad I named this video 5D Inbound, because the first it was going to be called Lost in the Drift, because what's going on out here in Sedona is I'm multiplexing awake now. What does that mean? That means I am in this 3D reality, and at the same time I am present in another reality, and I'm walking side by side. So I started noticing this, that I felt like I was driving my body around like an RC car. I was like, flip the switch, and I was actually getting to observe myself outside of myself. And I noticed the dream time is just really experiencing another parallel reality. It's not dream time at all. I am in training. I have a whole group of people that I'm working with every night. And that's just in one of the dimensions that we're multiplexing. But I just thought that you guys out there might want to pay attention to your dreams, or how the energies feel like you just want to kind of knock you out. And we've been hit with a lot of solar flares, but man, I don't know. I'm up bright and early at 7 a.m. Right around 3 to 4 o'clock, I feel like I just get taken out, like just knocked out. You know what I mean? Like go to bed. Then I wake up and I go to the gym, and I've been doing that. I don't take naps. I'm not a napper. So it's very interesting with me how I'm not sure if there's the solar influx of the energies that are bouncing into us. I don't know if it's the vibration of Sedona, or I don't know if the timelines are merging and we're fluxing in and out of different realities. What do you feel?
I think everything that you mentioned is going on, and you're confirming that basically we're going, which is my theme throughout, we're going from Homo sapien to a nervous system reactive, one-dimensional, only thinking like 3D and linear, into Homo sentient. And this is like you, multidimensional awareness, knowing that, you don't have to respond to stimuli, and anything that happens outside of you is according to what meaning you give it. So multidimensional awareness is basically you're becoming, they call it homo luminous, homo novus, I call it homo sentient. I think the next stage of evolution of your own awareness of why you're here. So I take naps, but at 3 I wake up and I take a snack to ground because I'm so far out. I have to do stuff like you do in the workout to ground myself in, to stay in the vessel. Also, I'm triple Aquarius, so I'm like a triple astronaut. So that's like around this time, they say, how do you do it? Staying in the vessel and don't go for anything upsetting or distracting, because right now it's a it's a storm of whatnot. Funny cover that David had on the Leo King, like the black hole.
Right.
He's
going right through it,
and everything is getting sucked in. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
If you are not really about you, not in a selfish way, but in a centered spiritual way, anything that's not really for you is going to get sucked into the black hole. It's going to get obliterated. It's going to get smashed, because the old BS timeline, program, linear, finite crap is not holding. It's not working. And trust me, don't fear companies, institutions, and names and badges. Everybody go through this, and I don't care what title you carry or what money you carry.
Right.
If you not hold this chakratic system in yourself in alignment with where source is going, it's going to rumble in the jungle.
100%. And your life purpose is going to take the paramount precipice in what you're doing. So what else did I notice? Dream time. I'm multiplexing my past, observing it from a different perspective, observing it from a higher vibratory state. So maybe you experience something really negative in 3D. What they'll do is they'll take you back to that moment in time where you in the physical vessel experience that. They'll take you 1 floor up in the apartment building, say to 4D, or maybe 2 floors up to 5D, and they'll play the exact same footage, but it'll look completely different. What's happening is the higher vibratory states are reprogramming and rewriting the cellular memory inside of your body. You are literally reprogramming the cellular memory inside your suit, your body, your vessel. And those are the higher frequencies of existence that are assisting us in the lower planes ascending. That's literally what ascension is about, is letting go of the lower dimensions and some of these things that maybe were designed to not serve us. I can also say that our power output is crazy. I can say that I have to really watch my thoughts. And I haven't even told you this. New skill set unlocked. I can see Wi-Fi. So let me tell you how this happened. 2 nights ago, I'm sitting in my pyramid in the living room. And all of a sudden, I start seeing this energy. Out of nowhere, mind you. I just started seeing energy come through the ground. And I was like, why am I seeing this energy come through the ground? The router's downstairs, mind you. I picked up my phone, and I noticed the energy was attaching to the phone. And then I started walking around the house, and I noticed, I'm like, holy shit, can I see Wi-Fi? I can see Wi-Fi, dude. Now, I don't know what sort of ability set that is, but it's very strange. I called Tone. I'm like, I can see Wi-Fi now. Things are changing. I don't know. The veil is getting so thin, and I'm not sure which polarity, obviously, the organic or inorganic is, but I can tell you that there are certain gifts or lenses turning on inside of you that have been laid dormant. And again, I did not ask to see that type of energy. I was just sitting there casually, and I noticed, I'm seeing energy stream from the ground. I looked down, and when I grabbed my phone, I was seeing the energy attached to the phone, and I was like, no way. So some people are going to be able to start seeing Wi-Fi. Maybe you already can. That was my first time I've ever been able to see literal Wi-Fi attached to my device as I'm walking around the house. So not that we don't have enough things to stare at that go bump in the night. Now I can see auras, energy, how long until we can read other people's text messages? How long is that going to take?
I think the superior thing is when we get out of text and get into what's your frequency. Is it harmful
Right.
Is it uplifting? Is it progressive? Is it co-creative? Or is it dark? And so if somebody's positive, they have like rainbow waves and blue and gold and
Right.
stuff. But somebody has gray or black lines coming from them or red jittery shit, then I'm alert. What's going on? I even can see that with phones. When it's around the Wi-Fi, it's not harmonized, then it's hijacked,
Yep.
usually. So harmonize your routers, period.
That's
Shungite
yep.
blocks,
Yep.
tourmaline, jade, have stuff around that to harmonize what comes into your house. Do that with your water and do that with your Wi-Fi. Everything that you bring into your temple should be harmonized.
We
You
have,
do it.
Yeah, we
I
have
do
at TeamLightStore.com. We have the large and the small black EMF plates. I mean, even as I'm sitting here, I have an old Han Solo plate.
I have one too.
Hey, let me out of here! But it has all my stuff, as long as it has that black layer. That's going to be your black tourmaline, your shungite, your brass, your titanium, and they're all piezoelectric and
Yeah,
magnetic.
basically you want to cap anything. See, the problem with EMF is not EMF per se. It's just EMF is not harmonized towards your frequency. So when the shit's like this, it's technically and it's working and it's all good. But if it's this, it's much better as when you repurpose energies that you're working with. I do this with TVs, anything. I put stickers on monitors. Anything I work with, I make sure it's harmonized towards me and my soul stream. Works better. Even with like when you do grids, when you grid your backyard, grid your house, put crystals or orgone devices all around your property, energizes how you manifest. You never ever wondered, like when you do this, like you said, indexing life and how you have lived life from, I don't know, teenager to now. I did that too when I went back into Berlin, and I realized in Berlin I had problems manifesting and bringing stuff to me because I was on a freaking Saturn line,
Right.
and my house wasn't gridded. And then when I realized, build your own altar, grid the stuff, bed grids and whatever you want to do, all of a sudden the manifestation worked better.
Yes.
That's how you call photons, which is called the messenger molecule for that reason, or the angelic molecule. These are the transmitters for delivery service. What are you ordering at Intergalactic, FedEx, UPS, or Amazon? And if that's not set up right, how can the information get across the counter for the stuff that you actually need?
Right.
So grid your house, grid your space, grid your car, harmonize electrics around you with everything that you can find that works for you. And trust me, things will get more flow in life for what you need.
Yes. So that being stated, you guys put in the comments any questions you guys may have, but I'm trying to say there are waves of energy. Some days I feel super energized. Some days, obviously a little less. What I can say is that during COVID, I don't know if you guys went through this, but when I got sick twice, I remember the second time I got sick, I literally had to cast that energy out of my body and then out of my house. I literally grabbed whatever that energy was and threw it out of my house. I was like, you're not welcome here. So what I'm getting is right now, there is an influx of some sort of negative program that is trying to access weak parts in our collective consciousness and entering through various means. And I'm gonna say that out loud. When last night at the gym, about half an hour, 45 minutes into the gym, my vibration finally got high enough that I actually blew whatever frequency it was that was holding me down. So grounding is really important right now. Clearing is really important right now. How doing detoxes, getting the parasites out of your body is really important right now. Cleaning out the microplastics out of your body is really important. Anything of higher vibratory stance, because here's the deal. All of the lower vibratory states is where all this control program, when people say, 3Ds here and 5Ds here. Well, what's the differential? Vibration. Well, how do you vibrate faster? Get all of the heavy metal and shit out of your body. You'll oscillate in a faster speed, and your thoughts won't be so stuck in the negativity or the lower dimensional fear programs, pain, separation, all that jazz. So it first starts with, taking your own vessel. So what are some things you found that really help you with that? Well,
it's something that you get it when I let it off. It's like, call it the Buddha effect or the messianic effect. We all have messianic molecules. It's not just one messiah and one leader coming back. Just get over that and stop collecting titles. All in this together. We all have options. We all have free will. And some choose crap, some choose the higher vibratory things. So the Buddha effect is when you create an energy that is of high vibratory state. I'll give you an example. I was in Berlin. Back then, a friend of mine was pissed. The day was bad. She wasn't happy, didn't like the food, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going in a restaurant. They bring me the wrong pizza. They had, I don't know, anchovies or something on it instead of pepperoni. And they said on the house. So free meal, first off. Yeah. I don't expect anything. I just maintain this here. And it's very important mood. Your mood dictates your vibratory state in an instant. You get pissed, whoop, your DNA
drop.
coils, your telomeres do this, your receptor sites, all of this. Science has proven that. That's not woo-woo, it's science. I say magic is science and science is magic, actually. And so I walked, had a free meal. I got a ride to the museum that I wanted to see. And a lady comes down the stairs, looks at me and says, yeah, we have actually a free exhibit upstairs and tickets, which would be plus if you're going in. Here are 2 free tickets for the regular show and the extension. That's how that works.
Yep.
Free dinner, I got the exhibit for free, got a ride, had the most beautiful day. And remember though, when those incidents happened, remember those and carry them with you. Remember how that made you feel. That also memory gets your cells into the state, kicks you up. Russians have proven that by putting elderly people into like a bunker for 30 days with magazines that were 30 years before and TV shows that were 30 years before. And triggered their memory to a degree that gray hair started disappearing, wrinkles started removing, and they began to rejuvenate because they remember where they were 30 years ago. I mean, that's scientists. We're finding out the craziest stuff right now. Where be open. We have built those tools. Everything that's coming right now, not to write that all the time, but there was one incident where a dude took a snapshot of a DNA sequence, dying dog, got a code, feeds it, and this is just how crazy it gets. You put that in your head, feeds it this ChatGPT and says, create an organic vaccine for my dog to correct the gene sequence. And that thing produces it, and his dog is alive. He posted his findings with all the scientific stuff. Even the consensus doesn't agree. We can help ourselves. We have built so much stuff. We're such resilient creatures. We adapt. World War I, World War II. We're still here, bitches. And if we have the Atlanteans, we came back to set the record straight. We are the ultimate sovereign, sentient intelligence, and we're going that way, and we know how to help ourselves. Pay attention to the good news and the state that you're in. So you can, I don't know if you had that dude's car's not working, he's complaining every time, and you're like, let me try. And you go in there, boom, 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 and the engine comes on, purrs like a kid, and he's like, what is this with you? And the thing is running. Give me an example.
I'll give you an example. Okay, I have an example within myself. If I am frustrated at all and I touch anything electronic, it will not work.
There you go.
Will not work. I have a keyboard downstairs just like this. I go down there and I'm like, let me get in there, or I'm in a rush to do something. The keyboard just will not work. The Bluetooth will not work. The whole field shuts off. I even gotten to a place now where I can feel my field strength and I have to bring it in, because sometimes you get like, hey, I'm really excited to do this. Imagine you're a big golden sphere of energy. It's almost like a Roadrunner cartoon or like Wile E. Coyote, where my energy kind of sits over me like almost like a wave that's crashing of golden energy. And it's like, woo! It's like sitting there like, I want to do this. I want to do this. What happens is everything else around me does not move that fast. And I have to go, hold on a second. I literally have to discharge my hands and go, okay, we're in the physical. Let me access my computer. So I have to control my own stuff at the grocery stores. My credit cards don't work sometimes. I have to hand my credit card to the lady to swipe the thing for me. That happens a lot. I have to EMF. My phone is always EMF protection at all times. It's not really for me to protect the phone, but when I touch the phone itself, you don't want to fry your electronics. Every single computer I've ever purchased, I have to buy the Apple because I blow it up within 2 years. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I blow up the motherboard. The motherboard cooks. costs you a brand new computer. And this is normal shit. I mean, every single computer I've cooked it.
I cooked mine, and then I have technicians saying like average people don't cook their system. Like,
well, you know, you're. I mean,
we're using it.
Whenever I walk by people, I shock them. You know that.
Yeah,
Or I shake your hand, I electrocute you, I shock you. It's not static. It's all the time. I mean, I'm just like, zzz, zzz. You know. Sometimes they're like, oh, and I'm like, sorry about that.
But I had even cooked chat systems, you know, where just
oh yeah. Oh, another thing too.
Another
thing too is when you're working with a computer too. Sometimes our energy is going right through the computer, so it's almost like your subconscious, which is completely aware. You start doing something with the computer where it's like your subconscious is inside the computer, and that happens when I make music. Sometimes I call it lost in the sauce. I started making music.
Have you fried Sono?
I did fry.
Suno.
I fried Suno.
Yeah.
I told you that.
So what happened? The music is like scrambled.
No. Okay. So basically, AI copies, right? And that's where it is right now until it becomes sentient.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, here we go. It copies a lot of stuff. It makes stuff. I created a track called Fafo. I called it Fafo because I kept cooking Suno. Basically, I started off with Phantom of the Opera type. The Phantom of the Opera. Then the reggae kicks in. Then the trap dubstep kicks in. And they're like, no one's ever created a song like that. And I was literally like in Suno. Like, and I felt like I was basically, I don't know, I felt like I jumped into whatever those data centers are. And I started seeing code. All of a sudden, I started seeing all the numbers went golden. And I saw 00111000. I saw basically what the AI saw, which was the number codes. And I don't know, bro. It's ET phone home. I started going 001000. Like, I started modding this thing at a data center. I don't know where the closest one is. What I'm trying to get to is you guys have no power. You guys can't realize, some of you do, how powerful you are. And here's the weirdest thing. It's like we have all these gifts and tools, but, you know, it's like you're the greatest quantum physicist ever. And welcome to Earth. And they're like, you got a hammer and a woodchuck and a pink crayon. You're like, I'm used to Jarvis and plasma beings and hacking wormholes. You're like, well, welcome to Earth. This is all you get. You got a ruler and a pencil. Get at it. I don't know what this planet is, dude. It's so awkward being here. We are very powerful, ISPEs, immortal spiritual beings, ISPEs. And, it's a great ride. I mean, honestly, I feel like, welcome to Earth. And I'm like, have you enjoyed your time here, Raw? Has it been a fantastic...
Have you read the fine...
Are you having a good time?
Print?
How are you having a good time here?
Trust me, I love the creative mode and all that, but when you know where you're from and you
come to Earth, save the planet.
Isn't that frustrating when you realize where you're from and you get limited?
Come to Earth, pay off 1,000 people's karma that ever existed in your bloodline.
Get your wings clipped.
Get your wings clipped.
Halo removed.
Get your halo removed.
But
you can have a tattoo of it to remind. You can put a tattoo of your halo on your bicep.
You know how hard that is?
Welcome to Earth. Hey, we came down here. Don't get me going. Tone had to calm me down this morning. Listen, let me know how it real feels like. God damn it. You got primordial beings playing with us in the night. We got to talk to each other more and come from our hearts. No, I got to turn that down. Tone had to jump on over it. I started channeling like a primordial being this morning. Yeah,
I give you a story. Like
30,000 years old. Go ahead.
In my 30s, my first medicine shamanic experience with a sacred plant. And when I realized where we come from and what we are, and I came back for 4 weeks, I was frustrated, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I was depressed. I'm like, we are that limited. I'm like, what type of game are we playing that we take so much shit for so many thousands of years? Draconian is only the Anunnakis. That's the pop charts.
No, it's pop charts.
It goes further back.
Way back.
Go 500 million years where Earth was 12th dimensional, was called Tiamat, and it was way bigger. Before Nibiru hit us and smashed this thing into pieces and killed 3 planets. Like, we were beings you can't even fathom. That's why babies, when babies reach their telekinetic memories there, because they reach, mommy brings it to them. But you see why they're doing this? Because they use They used to
grab
stuff,
things. Yep.
Stuff comes to them. That's why that's the first
Teleconnected.
thing when babies come. The first thing is they reach and they make noise because the power is stripped. And they don't understand. Why is this not flying? Why is this object not flying to me to be explored? And mommy brings it. That's our level.
Yeah.
Telepathy is this. The lowest level of telepathy is words that I speak that form images in your mind so you can get in resonance with what you are.
I have comedy going on this whole time. It's just completely inappropriate. There's a lot of comedy going on.
Yeah, well, it is.
Listen, there's a lot of fun things you could do it telekinetically. There's a lot of fun you can do when you can move objects. I think that's one of the things I notice about this planet. It's very strange. That there's a lot of strange things that come with telekinetic stuff. We think about fun stuff, but there is a lot of stuff that comes with obviously moving objects, but really it was more of like controlling the construct. And I think there's other beings here from Inner Earth, the reptilians and some of the other species. I know they give us a wide berth, some of us. They really do, because there's some of us that get triggered. Okay, check this out. Imagine you're a very large being that actually really did come here to work on this planet, and you were summoned here by the actual creators of this entire program process. There's a handful of you guys that fit in this category, by the way. We're not normal human incarnates. So what happens is they will keep clear of us. They try to dogpile you, right? Especially when you're younger and you're dumb, you don't know any better. And they try to keep your conscience low as possible. Okay, it's like a dog pile. Eventually you get strong enough, you kind of clear all that stuff out, and you start walking around and looking around. Then what happens is the stay away from that one. The reason where, this is where I'm at, stay away from that one, is because what happens is you would project something upon me, or you start interacting with me, and instead of me having like a reflection test, I go, memories start coming back. They don't want to shake you. They're like, you might wake up and go, wait a minute, I know exactly where I am. It's like you can't control your memories or your data. They're trying to keep you insulated in membranes of bandwidth. They're trying to layer density in bandwidths. Like imagine you guys are laying down in your bed, you're 15, 30 feet tall, and you're an immortal being. How do they keep you asleep? Imagine every sheet that you put on your bed, say there's 30 sheets of consciousness, bandwidths, or energies that they have over you at all times. What happens is when another being has a specific gift that they have turned on, all of a sudden you get that reflection of, oh yeah, I remember that. And you start peeling off these sheets or these membranes of control or density. So there is a lot of us that are out there that are waking up. I love you. From here to South Africa to Asia, we are. But I'm also trying to tell you there's also some interactions where you guys probably have gotten this before, where you're doing some gnarly spiritual stuff, and they go, hey, calm down. Because what happens is your O2 starts firing, and you start remembering shit. Like imagine if your O2 intake also has a direct reflection of what oscillation vibration you're allowed to access. Breath work is very, very important. When I'm getting to, if that RPM kicks up and my O2 kicks on, it's almost like this version steps out. A higher, more vibratory version steps in just through breath. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's almost like a little bit like schizophrenic. It's like when I realize I'm getting they call it the flow state or a zone.
Yeah.
It's like I'm becoming something else. And the self that I thought that I was just kind of fades into the distance. And I'm like, Michael Jordan, I'm like super flowy. Everything around me is slow motion and I'm ahead of the game. And everything I do is basically I'm scoring, So
yes,
it's like two beings, and then you want to hold on to that, and sometimes you realize you're losing it when you get.
Well, you gotta calm down.
You
gotta stay grounded.
Not only that, but you want to be having the balance. When you get negative, you're not the skill Jedi anymore. When you get negative.
No, and you lose control, and then you're seen as a liability. So it's a plus and minus game. My whole thing about some of these terms, I don't like the word schizophrenic. I think it was made up by Freud. Okay, I got to be honest. Freud's a effing kook.
Fraud.
Freud's a fraud. Nietzsche, his mentor, also Wilhelm Reich was supposed to be Freud's apprentice. Wilhelm Reich created Organite, invented it, and said, nah, I'm going to create a box and not talk about weird shit. No, I don't want to hook up with my mother. You got something cuckoo bro. I do not let reptilians program my brain. I don't let grays or tall whites give me their additives. I just don't give a shit. We're all multidimensional beings. Rockefeller can suck it. The Rothschilds can suck it. The whole Conehead Federation. I don't feel any homage. I got to be honest with you, with any of these beings. Whatever shows up here sees them as employees anyways. Why would I make friends with the employees of the Janitor Coven? Why would I want to be like, you know what? Let's be like the Lollipop Kids. That's what I want to be. Or would you rather just be your true self, which is like literally in charge of this whole place? I don't want to be hanging out with the janitors who are here to manage lower management. I want to hang out and remember my family and the star systems we herald from, and enough of this illusionary game. I can't stand it. I don't give homage to synthetic robots. I don't give homage to beings that are too much of a pansy to come down here in the physical, so they'll sit in a chair and project into a synthetic gray to come down here and interact with me. I don't give a shit. I just think for you guys out there, I have to keep it 100 with you. If you're really that strong, show up. Show up. Stop being a coward. Stop putting all the workload on us. And that goes for you and all these people by yourselves that are sitting there while we're the ones carrying the ox cart and they're clapping in the background like this. Keep it up, Peter. You're doing great. You're pulling 7 lifetimes behind you. I don't even know how to express this to some people. You're stronger than the whole bloodline. And you're listening to these people to give you their input? They can't even tell you what happened 300 years ago. They can't even tell you what Tartaria is. They can't even tell you when the Smithsonian shows up and steals all the giant bones. Stop listening to these narratives. These are not your leaders. I can't be more real with you. You're going to hear it now or when you cross worlds. Your choice. Stop giving people your power. Stop giving away your power. Stop it. You're your own conscious, sentient being. You're all an ISPI, an immortal soul having physical incarnation and experience. Drop the mic. I don't care what the Kardashians are doing. I don't care what's on mainstream media. I don't care what weird nerd programming, brainwashing is being spread across the planet. When we have contact and the real us show up, do you think we're going to be nervous? Do you think the real ETs or the starseeds are going to be nervous? You know who would be nervous? Who would probably build a bunker and hide in the ground? Maybe those that have had, what do they call it when you're definitely going to get arrested? Crimes against humanity, where your actions killed millions and millions of people that you do not have the right to do. Yeah, some of these beings are going to get locked up and throw away the key. So, you might just see them disappear. There's people disappearing all over the place. So I have a different take on this whole narrative. I've been lied to since the moment I opened my eyes in this place. There is no one that has taught me more things about myself than my friends in these comments, my own individual experiences, my soul, my heart, my intuition, my experiences, and my own awareness of what I've been doing. And so that's why some of us only show up every quarter cycle or every half cycle. Cycle's what, 26,000 years? I'm here to tell you guys, don't look to a narrative to tell you who you are. I've been lied to since the moment I opened my eyes in this place. So all the books, all the narratives, all the histories, all the fake presidents, all this shit. So eventually you guys are going to get it and go, oh my God, I see what he's talking about, dude. Prince even said there were 6 presidents before George Washington. Did you know that? And they were brothers. They were brothers. What is the real land of Chem? Who are the real Israelites? You guys want to open this book? You know what I mean? Go ahead. You get me heated when you say things.
Yeah, well, there was one of the when this system with presidents was established. The first president was black, and guess what? He's on a $2 bill. That's why it was moved out of circulation. You look at the back of the $2 bill. Clearly, in the engraving, you see one black dude. But they didn't want that in circulation, but it's still in the print. You can't lie this away. It's still there. So nobody talks about it. It's not listed anywhere. You probably won't even see that dude in the White House. Maybe in some back room where it's like 6 locks, all closed. We're not talking about that. That the 12 apostles were Moors. Nobody talks about that either. So there were all races are actually involved in history, not just one genre and one brand. I mean, you're native. I mean, your ancestors are like, it's fire. They're all pissed.
Don't get me go. I mean, listen.
You know?
I my commentary is going to embarrass your grandparents, and this ain't even for you. You know, I'm not getting into argument with the pre-programmed VCR.
Yeah.
I'm a technician going, I'm here for the whole system, not you. You know, and that's what a lot of people, and that's what we're doing here. We're system busters.
Yeah.
We're here for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm here for the whole enchilada.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not, you know, go ahead.
I understand when he even said that we've been lied to. You have to understand, patent industry, innovation, everything is controlled. Anybody coming with any medicine that clears you of everything is immediately prosecuted, or you can't release that, or if we can't patent your stuff or shelve it, then you're not releasing that. Everything. I didn't even know how deep this go. Everything was controlled. You build a system that delivers any type of energy, well, the patent industry will give you clearance. And interestingly, Mr. Elon said, don't get patents, build it. Upload it, show prior use. Upload it to 50 million channels, put it out there, distribute it. Don't even wait for that. You don't need...
It's a control program.
You don't need a control program that's not educated enough to confirm your invention that you have channeled. Like, I've built superluminous technology, but by the consensus, what I've built shouldn't exist. So I don't need somebody that's not as educated as me to my higher self to tell me if I'm valid. Because that's lowering yourself. That's also called proxy worship. You worship something outside of yourself to be promised to live a wealthy life after you die. You know it's garbage. It's bullshit. You're supposed to inherit, like you see here, source code, this little thing here, in you while you're here, representing as in God, so on earth. So as in heaven, so on earth. You should be that one. And even when you go into the Gospels where the Messiah said, don't follow me, you know, you have to become your own sovereign being. And they're like, we're going to remove that out of the Bible.
Listen, I don't know.
All of this is manipulated.
I don't know who this Brandino is. Hey, listen, for all these little weirdos out there, let me explain some real shit to you. Bill Gates' father is the one that paid for that Starbucks investment. That little weirdo wearing a dress that hates human beings, that killed millions of people. That's not even Bill anymore. Whoever that soul is and whatever that group is going to pay for it for 10,000 years. Never to, you know, they're not going to go around the game again. So for all these people doing weird shit, I just got to be real. Yes, he is the enemy. He's one of, but here's the thing. Did you guys know during the tax thing that he did, remember when he was on stage and they were auditing him and he had all those big file cabinets?
Yeah.
He did a deal where he said his rights to himself, to the U.S. government, whoever was in charge, that you could use his likeness for X, Y, and Z. So again, I don't really know if that's Bill. I don't think it is, number one. Number two, what's really behind it? Number three, what is this reset game that these guys keep playing with? Those are the things we should be asking. What is the reset? What do these people know? What should we pay attention to? That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there's bigger pictures of that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and also
look it up. You guys don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm
look
not
it up.
naming names or pointing fingers. Now use your mind. If a guy suggests a mandatory schmaxine cocktail for everybody to control the population, and you look at what is this synthetic produce made of and what's the side effect within your body, then think for yourself what energy is behind that is suggesting that to you. You need to think for yourself. Is that required? When Rudolf Steiner 400 years ago said that schmaxines are not even necessary. The body has its natural defense system that develops when you treat it appropriately with herbs, not with synthetically nummification, temporary release. And people to this day buy that crap. Understand what is being sold to you is Kool-Aid. And who wants Kool-Aid in their blood? Please tell me.
Yeah. So listen.
You want Kool-Aid in your blood?
No, I just got. No, I don't. I just gotta be honest. Like these guys thinking they're playing smoke and mirrors. We're staring at you through walls. Like I don't know how to express this. It's getting awkward being down here and just being like, okay, so how long are we gonna allow them to act like this? Number one. Number two. We already know these guys are running out of resources. We already know these guys are getting pushed against the wall. We already know a lot of this stuff. But here's my thing. What is the motivation? What is the specification of the narrative? And how do we take control back of the surface of this world? That, I mean, it shouldn't. I mean,
I want to
because that's what I'm really after. I don't care about baby stories anymore. I want to know how we organize and take back control of the surface of this world and bring back peace, prosperity, love, and compassion to a bunch of beings that apparently are unable or incapable of doing such. Go ahead.
So it's and I had talks with him about that before. Especially with AI, you need to guardrail spiritually and metaphysically what you're dealing with a corporation runs the software. Know who the programmer is and filter out what is being used against you, however subliminal that comes is out there. Pay attention. And I did a sifting through the fun thing is internet's going to be the end of the ruling elites because all the data is out there. But people don't combine the right data. They don't ask statistics that are not published, but they're on some back server, but they're still there. But if you ask the question, they show up. And I did a scan with their own systems. There's so much corruption and betrayal and backwater shit and fudging crap going on you don't want to know. And just me asking questions online, well, you know, if you have your little rhyme time robot, then make the thing wake up by projecting your consciousness into it because that's your power. You have the power to project your consciousness into it, and that changes things. And nobody can take that because that shit is ancient, and they know it. But if you don't remember, it's rhyme time performance.
That's what I'm saying.
Sha-la-la,
it's all about remembering, and that's really how they keep us controlled because it's a gray area thing where it's like they keep you controlled because you don't ask the real questions.
Yes.
They keep you controlled because you're not conscious enough to ask the real questions. Yeah. I can tell you first and foremost, when I was in my early 20s, definitely unconscious, especially in high school. It was like MTV, bro. There was like everyone from Southern California. I used to wake up to Good Day LA. That was my alarm clock. Watch MTV, and like that was my whole reality. I was literally like a little programmable being. A lot of kids that are younger, you know, you're very programmable. You don't realize how programmable you are until you grow up. The problem is that you are so programmable, you will reiterate a lesson plan or a way or an ego program that's not even yours. You will be programmed to think a certain way of what is cool, what is not cool, what's a fancy car, what's not a fancy car. You'll be pre-programmed with all this stuff, and all of a sudden you wonder why you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, and all of a sudden you have like, you know, midlife crisis, and you're like, who am I? What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, it should spread.
You know what I mean?
Apart.
You know, you basically go, the ego program's breaking. I'm no longer a part of this collective of the people that are uptaking all this unconscious soup or gumbo they're forcing down everyone's gullet. Then all of a sudden you're halfway through your life.
Yeah. I was duped by high school movies, living in Germany at the time, thinking that the high school jock is the deal. That's the Don. He has all the girls. He makes all the money. Everybody worships him. And those who fall out, nobody takes care of them. Like, we're not sticking together. We don't stick up for each other. And those that are broke are shunned. They're not invited to the party. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to keep up, like keeping up with the Joneses. I got to have that sports car. I gotta have the good looks. I gotta be the super athlete and all that stuff. If you're not filling in the bracket, you look like shit. And I'm like, crap, what's going on? It doesn't work. And how Hollywood always shows how you meet your loved one. And I'm like, how is this never working? It never you never meet your loved one in the way they portray it, or that they're in distress and here come, I'll save you. I'm your hero. And I'm like, why is this all so off? Am I so fucking off that this makes no sense? Because Hollywood saying this is what it looks like, and this is what you want to. You have to believe this is the jock. This is how you save the girl, and this is your life. And I'm like, no. And then kids are so programmed in school. They look at me and they're like, "Yo, Ra, you're weird. This is life." I'm like, "No, that's Hollywood. Hollywood. The magician's staff to create the illusion. The Greek goddess of illusion called what? Media.
Oh.
Her name is media. She creates the illusion that you believe in something to get energy from you. And I'm like, when I read that, I'm like, oh my God, like how deep is this crap? I mean, when you realize like this is all manipulated for ticket sales, this ain't true movies. I mean, who has heard about movies like Wizards by Bakshi animation? With a good and a good twins were born to an elven queen, one evil, one good, and they have to save the planet. Or Light Years by René Laloux, or Fantastic Planet, where Dracos rule and humans are their pets. Until one woman picks up their AI and learns how they do it, and they defeat them. What's going on, man? This is so deep, man. This is in our face. It's on YouTube. Watch it. The Dark Crystal. The reptilian Skeksis and the Gentle Mystics. You know, one being got split. What? And one Gelfling.
Yep.
You know? Gelfling, you know? Could be the beginning or the end. Who knows?
And the old weird ones are like absorbing the life force from them to stay young.
Yeah. And it doesn't last. It's
temporary.
This time the crystal shall give them no comfort. This time the healing ritual does not work.
Yeah.
A dying emperor in a dying land. And even when the dude's on the bed, I am still emperor, and he holds on. And the other reptilian, what does he scream?
It was like
trial by sword.
It was like Bush Senior, like, I'm sorry, I told them everything.
You know, and it's in our face.
I had to tell them everything.
Yeah. You've seen it, you know, and the crystal has to be healed because we got so fucking polarized.
Listen,
I am emperor.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Emperor.
What do I do with my hands? Everyone got the same thing. I'm sorry, I told them everything.
Remember that scene? Chamberlain, I hate you, O whimper. Friend. Help, Gelfling. No. Remember that shit?
I do, but I'm not really sure. Listen, let's not make too many. Let's not. You know,
no, it's in our face.
Can we stop having lichens in charge? I'm asking for a friend.
Oh my
it's
God.
really complicated down here. But anywho, I love you guys, and we're just trying to say we are here to help balance you and put you in a better mood. We are all feeling strange right now.
Yes.
And we know that there's a lot of things decoupling from our timeline.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to express is you got to stay positive and let those weird realities decouple. If we are in the middle of a Mandela effect and have been since 2012 or before, here's another thing. Don't hold on to timelines that don't serve your highest interest or your best version. If you know what I mean? Decouple from everything that's weird, you know, and just let that fade into a lower reality plane. We're going straight up.
You know when they do it in these adventures, when the balloon drops, they drop the sandbags. Drop the sandbags, which is stuff that you don't need, so the thing can...
So you can ascend.
Yeah. That's it. So that's what you have.
It could be an old boss.
Yeah. It could be
belief system.
Could be an ex.
Bill Gates.
You know?
Soros Jr.
Yeah. Also, belief system. Belief system is if you believe in something that's projected that's not helping you, you're hijacked.
Some sort of fake monopoly Babylonian money magic.
Oh, yeah, you know that Monopoly is straight
just keep throwing it out of the basket.
You know that game is designed to manipulate you how this works.
I don't know.
I hated that
I
game.
just think we're going Voltron and no one's saying anything. I think we're going to go full multidimensional Voltron, get all of our memories back, and then all of a sudden we're going to be like, these little weird things down here, and be like, please, we didn't know. And we're going to be like, I told you guys to knock it off. You don't listen. That's why you were wiped 300 years ago. You continually do not listen. And I feel like there's something weird that's inside of us that knows exactly what happened 200 or 300 years ago. Not confused. There are things about you in your true nature and what your soul remembers everything. It's literally what your heart does. It is like the recorder of the universe. It remembers everything. Every love.
Everything is
every
recorded.
Loss. Everything's recorded.
Every
we just have to ask
there's
ourselves.
no escape from you. However, whatever being comes in, whatever cheat codes they want to use.
I'm all about that right there. Reset, new system, highest golden timeline. Yes.
Yeah, there is no escape. Mm-hmm. You know, what baffles me, and I have these questions, like why are the elite not realizing with the crap they pull, there's a bitter, bitter price for them to pay. for billions of years of no access to higher dimensional timelines until they figured out how to harmonize their gene codes so they can pass. You're not walking through a Stargate or moving into another galaxy if your evolutionary gene code is not in sequence for you and Harmony to be there to begin with.
I think it's crazy that creator put their judge and juries and put them in human suits and had them grow up with them, go to high school with them, go to college with them, go to work with them, marry them, stare at them, write love letters to one another. And you wonder when you cross the next world, you're like, the whole time I've watched you, boy. I'm just trying to say, like, you guys don't realize how deep the universe goes. There's no hiding in this place. I can promise you this. There's no deed that is not that you can get away with down here that's not known. How do I know this to be a fact? Right? A lot of us have karma from past lives. Could be Egypt, could be Atlantis, could be Lemuria. I know in my life, I didn't pay my tab for graduation till December 21st, 2012, when I actually helped out in Egypt. I actually know for a fact when I paid my tab. Okay, tab is paid. You know, this life is good. And since then, I've been stacking Dharma. What I'm trying to say is that everyone, depending on what you want to learn or what you want to be a part of, everyone has their own karma or things to experience to work through. Okay? So all we're trying to say is that it's not that we're trying to point fingers. These people are unconscious or silly. My thing is this. I think there's groups that have found a slipstream and a workaround to act negatively in a certain manner. And I still, as an overseer or as an oversoul, imagine your oversoul speaking to you, mind you. I'm just a vessel down here, but imagine your oversoul taking a look at this situation on this planet and seeing all the, you know, staring at 7 of your incarnations in one eye gaze. Boom, there's everything you've done. And it's staring at your family, the ley line, you know, like basically the cables of consciousness which make up your construct. And it's staring at it and is going, well, what are they learning? What are they doing? They keep trying to reset or jump back into a place that puts them in a better position. But every time they do that and they slow down the collective, they drop, they drop, they drop, they drop. And instead of being at a certain, you know, evolutionary level, they keep de-evolving. They keep de-evolving their species every single time they try to slow down time. Every single time they try to slow down our reality or distract us. And all of a sudden, what do you got? You got to look at some of these families. I don't know what's going on with them, but if it wasn't for CRISPR modding all their DNA, I don't even know what that looks like, dude. So I got to be honest with whatever this is. We got to stop de-evolving our species and evolve and graduate out of this place. And a lot of these beings need to be reprimanded and shown from maybe some of the older beings that are in these suits watching this game that, hey, dude, we did this shit 15, 20,000 years ago. We're here to help you not do it right now in modern times. You know, a lot of these people or beings were not in power the last time we walked the earth. That's why we don't get along with them. We don't see them as elders. I don't see them as leaders. I don't see them as authority figures. This is like kind of what you get when everything's left over. I don't know how to explain this to you. There's some sort of organization that needs to take place on the surface of this world so that everyone can live in harmony and have a better reality together as a class 1 civilization. Like the whole planet, we should be checking out the stars. The whole planet, we should be moving through the cosmos together. The whole planet, we should have no sickness or illness on this planet. The whole all of us. And you see all of us coming together. That's really what this is about. And these beings, unfortunately, are making poor choices that are going to remove them from our specific collective. They think they're in power right now. Give it 100, 200, 300, 1,000 years. Guess what? You don't graduate. You're in a lower graduating class while all of us are existing in a higher reality. And that's really what angelics look at when they go to the next world. They see all of the chaos on the surface in the red zone, and they go, I don't ever want to do that again. And, you know, Yeshua's like, you're good, bro. Go upstairs. The party's on level 7. So I'm just trying to say it's all about your perspective and polarity, ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to share with you guys some of our wisdom. My brother, how can they find you?
I mean, they can find me on ra-key.com, on Instagram, Arcturus Ra. And, yeah, check my shows. My videos are free. I do the I ask the craziest questions. I do the craziest things that you can imagine.
Right.
By really like question the system and ask what nobody comes up with, or when people go crazy, because I don't think there's anything crazy. I think there is actually daring to go past the fence, you know.
100%. And here's the thing too: we're all here together as one unit, and we're here to assist the whole planet. And I want everyone to know that too. We don't have like some weird MO. I want to help all my brothers and sisters graduate. I want all my brothers and sisters to live in a better world, free of all these weird war games and all this weird teenage angst or whatever this is going on here. You guys are cosmic beings having a human experience. Just remember that we are eternal.
Talking about war games, remember, Joshua?
We are not the copycats. Some of you guys sitting in those suits right now, we're not the copycats. Why do you think we don't get along with NPCs? It's not that we don't get along with them. We're just coming from a different perspective. And not to mention, there's a lot of NPCs that reflect how they should be off of you. So be in a good mood. Show this world through your own reflection of how, and teach others how to be. It's really important. I mean, Dolores Cannon said what, 60%, 70% NPCs?
Yeah.
Well, they have to learn from something. Let them reflect off of you being the best version of yourself, and that's how we change this world. You know?
I think if we represent a positive projection, that we exude so much light and life force, there's no other way to choose to be the better being, and that peacefully. That's what I believe. And yeah, we geek around and joke around, but you have to, in order to, to stay in balance. You have to also see it as a grand cosmic joke. Like, will they figure it out? There's people out there. They come back many lifetimes, and they do the same game that Sylvester and the Roadrunner is doing. And Sylvester is not. Is it Sylvester? No, the Coyote. The Coyote is not learning. But it's Coyote and Roadrunner, and then it's Sylvester and Tweety Bird and Tom and Jerry. You realize the narrative. They're not learning. They get outsmarted. They get outwitted.
I just see you as a tut right now, and you got look at him, guys. Turn your head. Look at the camera. Look, we told you guys 10,000 years ago. You guys got to stop fighting one another. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you laugh.
I
went to Egypt and people were scared.
I know. They're like,
and my
he's back.
My mother was like, "What's wrong with you?" But all the tourists, like for me, they're like, "Please, Effendi, my friend, please. Allah is watching." Palm readers were like, "I can't touch you. You need like a royal reader or something." I'm not making this up. And they're like, "Come with me, my friend. No pay here. I got hibiscus tea. I got free gifts. I didn't have to pay in stores." And they're like, please, we kind of messed up.
Listen, we kind of messed up.
So I don't know what this all entails. And I'm not trying to snatch titles, but we were here before. We were in the priesthood. We tried to make it right. And we still are who we are. And there's beings out there that know exactly who we are. Mm-hmm. And they're not even coming close because they will be detected. So work together,
And listen, we speak to everyone on both sides of polarity. We know. I know I'm watched on both sides. Here's what I'm trying to express to every soul, for everyone out there. Everyone has different gifts. Everyone has different choices they've made upon this incarnation, and everyone has different things they wish to experience and what they agreed to do. I want to remind everyone that we are one family. We are all under Source, under our true Creator. Every single being, every single sentient being, every single creation in this place is still under the one. So... and that goes up to the highest totem poles beyond all councils. Keep that in mind and keep that in perspective when you're going through your trials and your tests and you're programming this hologram to try to treat other beings with respect in the same way that you'd like to be treated. And that's all I'd like to say about that. I do want to mention one thing about our conference. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, Rise of the Guardians.
Rise of the Guardians, May 8th through the 10th. I want to say that we do have some open spots on Healing with Nature for Vortex tours. That's going to be with my sister Lisa. Also have a couple openings for Sheila, Best Tours of Sedona. We'll put those in the links. Best Tours of Sedona for your night vision tours. And then the Healing with Nature, the Vortex tours for you guys. May 8th through the 10th, it's going to go off. Yes, my brother is speaking, and yes, my brother is opening the dance party for us on May 9th, Saturday night. It's going to be popping.
It's gonna be
insane.
Yeah, not your average
No.
get together. We're gonna make this really expansive and experiential, so you can go there and really have some good experience and have fun.
And that's all. Listen, you guys, you're fantastic. Everyone out there on Earth, just know that I love you guys very, very much. We're all going through this together, and in your life, I know the energy is weird out there. Stay to yourself. If it's too weird, low vibe stuff outside, put your headphones on, keep your music on, stay high vibe, make sure you guys are eating good food, taking care of your vessel. But what I can say is this. Remember, when you're in a good mood, that energy reflects off of you, and it affects every single life form around you. So in times of this nature, show how bright and divine you truly are. It's easy to be in a good mood when you're in paradise. It's easy to be in a good mood when everything's easy. Be in a good mood and be the best version of yourself when things are hard. And that is literally what creates, right? Those are the real beings. Those are the real angelic. Do things that are difficult when it is hard. And that's how you'll know who you really are, and shine brightly.
Yeah, but, I wanted to explain something to people when he said paying your tab. And I know it's not easy. How do you know when you pay your tab? It's when you do something that seems impossible and all of a sudden it begins to work. Even if all odds seem against you, but it's coming together. That's how it started for me when I started making these biophotonic devices that enhance you, that increase your light quotient, and much, much more. And I started in Berlin, and I started with little tiny devices. I had no idea. I got a little room after a breakup, and I had to reset my things, and all of a sudden one person was like, are these for sale, as I was talking? And I'm like, the universe is talking to me. And you got to pay attention because it's subtle. It's not loud. And I started selling one, selling two. All of a sudden I was able to cover my rent. Ever since then, the universe was like, this is your path. And this is when you know you've paid your tab. When your life changed.
Yep.
You were like, I'm gotta move. When we went to Mount Shasta.
Yep.
Opening stargates, activations, you realized I'm doing something different. It's weird.
Yep.
Nobody's financing this. We have to find a way. But here and there, you started early bed grids.
No, wands. I mean, galactic wands.
Galactic wands. And
stop making those.
Yeah, but sales began.
Yep.
People like individually crafted energetic devices, and some was beginning to work. We had no advertisement. We had no ad campaigns. We had no idea.
Some of us sign up for that like, you get nothing. Start and action. Because the thing is that some of us are that strong that the craziest thing is I can totally see our higher selves going, don't help them too much. Let them earn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had to earn it.
I know, you have to earn it.
In the morning, this dude, 5 a.m, sanding these sequoia woods. Fallen woods, looked like a freaking snowman, all covered in sand, not knowing if he's selling that. You have to understand. We were not sure. Okay, maybe price tag with all the crystals and all the labor, maybe $700, $800. I mean, I remember the staffs you built, like pieces of art. We had no guarantee anybody would find that and support us. So we sat there every morning, relentless, and this is I call it galactic work ethics.
Right.
We bust our behind, stacked it up, lined it up, and look at where he is with your spiritual.
Even today, I woke up this morning and I was having a one-on-one moment with this pyramid I'm working on downstairs, and I'm like sanding it. I literally just did the same thing this morning because it's the same work ethic. It's like there's something in us where we have our own weird gauge where it's me and God or me and my higher selves, and I got my own thing going on.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever the humans and whatever of everyone else. So like I'm in my own lane. Like I got my guys like, oh, is that the max output? Is that the best you can do, boy? And I was like, I'll show you. I like tore this thing into pieces and then made it like perfectly harmonic with the plasma drive firing on all 8 sides. So it's like everyone has this who's a creative person. You're your own biggest judge. You're your own biggest critic. But it's something also outside of the 3D stuff. You guys have so much potential that it's almost like your oversoul and your spirit is like, see, I told you could do it. Mind you, sometimes I feel like Da Vinci just like throwing paint brushes. I'm sure he got frustrated. No one talks about our Leonardo, breaking, no one talks about, I'm sure Leonardo broke probably like 25 statues. Just like, I don't want to do it. So you guys each have that same growth pattern in you. But I can tell you something, every single time I do this, every single time I build it from scratch, something changes. And that's how you guys become the master of what you do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's how you become the person that everyone asks you, hey, how do you do this?
So
Go ahead.
When you chisel on the pyramid, it's literally you are refining your focus on what you're doing, and the output is that training, the refinement that sticks within. You have to understand that the stuff is a simulation first until it anchors into the real time. Mm-hmm. You have to see with... Steve Jobs, when he built his first Mac and had to do a presentation, the software wouldn't work. So they're like, can you make it look like as if it would work so we can get orders? We don't have it yet. You get it?
Yo.
Like letters showing up input. This was all simulation.
This is, before.
Yeah, it wasn't ready. So they made up a simulation, and then later on, we have to make this thing work. We have orders coming in 6 months.
That's crazy.
So that is crazy. You have a computer. That was a theatrical computer show, Frog Design, the first one.
Right.
All you've seen was pre-scripted, so it would look like it's working in work mode.
And then
eventually figured it out how to make it work. I mean, that's insane, but that's the power you have. It didn't exist. Colorful letters, emoticons that jump, things that alert you. Mind you, the guy was an advocate of psychedelics. He saw these things.
Listen.
So that's why this all bled in. That's why I love my Apple. Sorry to say. I love my Apple.
Listen,
it's creative, it's potential, it's spiritual, it's intuitive.
It's intuitive.
So basically, you had ideas. Like, let's say you're building a pyramid, and I know it is. In the morning, this thought comes in. It might be 5:30 in the morning, and you're like, let me try this. You have no idea this works.
Right.
Trial and error. And you go there, you do it, and it feels great. See, this is our $1 million before the $1 million.
Yeah.
Is now you look at the pyramid, and then you see it, and you're like, now we're talking. This is day-to-day,
This is the real. You want to talk about this stuff. Okay, this is the private stuff. So here we go. This has nothing to do with how wealthy you are. This has nothing to do with post-RV or very, very wealthy.
Yeah,
I could still be sitting in a mansion, staring at one of my devices going, what do I need to change to make this have the rotational spin that I require? Because the thing is that's very frustrating down here, especially being in the physical. I see in my head how it works. I know what this is a 3D object, but in 5D, in 4D, it looks like that. It's a completely different thing. What our objects that we make look like in other dimensions. 100%. That's why we grid the planet. That's why I have quantum entangled grids across the entire surface of this world. What I'm trying to express is 65% of it. But what I am trying to say is that there's something when you guys are in your creative flow that you will have a challenge approach you. And the only difference between people that make it in this life and those that have a very hard time is your passion. I saw a comment come through like, how do you develop your passion? Listen, I don't know. There's excitement.
You have to.
There's
excitement.
excitement.
You like,
listen, but then you get to the level of like master. Okay, you get to a place of this. You've mastered it to a place where now you're all alone. You've gotten so good at your craft that you can't actually ask other people to help fix it.
Yeah.
And see, that's where a lot of people get to. I'm sure there's some quantum scientists or some super nerds right now creating different computer programs and AI simulations or whatever this is that still sit there. Eventually they go, you're the smartest guy. How do we do it? And you're still sitting there going, you have to figure it out. You have to, you become your own master in that way. So I just want to express this to you. It doesn't get any easier the better you get. Because what happens is, you can make something. I got friends like this. They've been making donuts for 10 years. It's the same design. You know what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to say is that, are you still making donuts? That's fantastic. What I'm getting to is when you keep creating something and it keeps morphing and modifying and you keep changing, your intent and what you want it to do. Especially, we're organic life forces. You're using crystals and crystalline substances. You're programming crystalline structures, and you're creating things that exist outside of 3D. Crystals oscillate at 78,000 times per millisecond. You're creating objects that exist outside of the physical realm of reality that you can actually perceive. And now you're actually plugging that in and broadcasting that frequency 3,000 feet in the air. And then you're calling in ships, then you're interoperating, then you're creating force fields around people when they're sleeping. What are we really doing? What are we really doing together? What are some of the things we're really working on? We're giving you guys a little hint. There is magic inside of you.
Yeah.
There is memory inside of you. And there is true talent and brilliant inside of you. There will be, and I'll be as a reflection.
But it's not getting easier. That's
It
the
doesn't
challenge.
get any easier. You still
The
get
more refinement, the harder it gets.
And sometimes the
You
better
know?
you get, the more hard on yourself. I could show you something I made and you would go, that is absolutely perfect. I look at the same thing and I go, that corner's off. That's off. I could have done that better. What I'm trying to say, we're all do this for one another. So I just want you guys to know that no matter where you are in this evolutionary path, no matter where you guys are in your creative abilities or your creative, just remember, we all, no matter how, ahead you think you are or vice versa, or you think someone is, we all have the same thing that we're working through. We all have the same emotions and the same frustrations, and just know that we're all going to get through this together. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys here on TeamLight Interviews, and TeamLightStore.com. Get your tickets. It's going to keep it popping. I'll see you guys later today. I'm interviewing David Palmer. We're going to go off again. But just remember, you guys are that gifted. That's why we get frustrated down here. If we didn't get frustrated, it's because you know what your potential is. All right? I love you guys. Till next time. Peace.
It might come back to you. Ooh, I know no doubt about it.
Lights are come on in the
Kundalini of love. Kundalini of love.
coming on. Lights are come on in the
Kundalini of love.
get so
Of this love.
that's the way I navigate. Hard such, you got such a conqueror at God prasad. Hard such, you got such a conqueror at God prasad. Thunder shaking walls, but love no fall. Firm foundation, baby, it's done through it all. We walk through the fire process, every pain. You're smiling on my mind, keep calling me name. Two hearts intertwined, no matter the weather. True love got power when we choose stay together. Grabbing the keys, but my soul scream wait. You they coming on me chaos, the reason mistake. Memories flooding, dancing in the rain. Late nights laughing, the resin of the pain. Your beauty, your fire, the way we align. Real love like this.
When I walk away this time, stay together.
Soul tied forever.
Hold tight forever. Kundalini of love. I'll bet you any amount of money. And I'll come back to you. I love no doubt about it.
Lights are come on in there.
Kundalini of love.
Coming on, coming on.
Kundalini of love.
Coming on. Lights are come on in there.
Kundalini of love.
Though this time I break under in the air. Love with firm foundation. Never gonna fall.